Share it on Facebook somewhere. Nope, I guess I didn't have the right thing open yet. Bear with me. Are you going to work, computer? Nope, of course not. Oh, there it goes. Oh my goodness. I'm happy. There it goes. You can do it. Put it through the ringer tonight, I'll tell you. Downloading, moving, shifting. It's been a switching accounts. Okay. That's who I am. You can log in as that. Okay. Page and go. All right. Got it. Okay. We just kind of minimize that so I can see you. All right. We're going to go. All right. Welcome, everyone. It is Sunday night, and I'm happy that you're with us. I can't wait for you to hear a story that I heard earlier this week. Before we get started, I just want to quickly recap some events that are going on and things that have been happening this week, just so you know what's coming down the pipeline. There was a big compliance Zoom that happened this past week, Friday. I started to listen to it. I haven't finished it yet. I will keep you posted and updated about that as it comes through. I also have another one that I saw that was from Therese on Saturday. Someone was Friday, someone was Saturday. I couldn't catch either of them. I need to catch both replays. And I will share that information as it comes out to you guys along with the leader call tomorrow. But on the forefront of everything, basically what we have is, well, let me minimize that if that's making noise over there. On the forefront of everything is that on Friday nights, I believe it is, I'll check the dates, starting in March, they're going to be doing a health practitioner series. So it'll be every Friday night, and it's really geared toward health practitioners, those energy workers, people that are using LifeWave in the medical field. So that's exciting, and I will share that information with everyone as I get that, because I'd like to listen and tune in on those, because I think they're really great to learn more. So just starting, I have here Erin from Erin All Natural Essentials, who joined LifeWave. How many months ago was it now? 2, 3? Oh, it's been longer than that.
I'm coming up on let's see, 4.5 months. 4.5 that I started actually like using them like daily.
Okay. So, and Erin, when she first started, she was, as most people are, wanting to research, wanting to learn more, you know, not necessarily skeptical, but kind of skeptical, you know, really kind of easing it in with what's going on. So, you know, when she said she was ready to start doing X39, I was so excited for her, because X39 changed my world and all of my knee pain, the knee injuries and everything that's been going on with me. So I was really happy when she said that she was going to start X39. I think Nirvana was your first patch, right? Nirvana, Eon?
I don't remember.
I think it was Eon. It was your tooth, because I was away.
Yes.
It was your tooth. It was Eon with your tooth.
It was.
And I was away, and you were like, I need Eon. And I'm like, I'm
Yes.
I'm sorry. I felt like
It was an
patch
emergency.
healer.
Eon and Ice Wave, yes. Made me a believer.
Yes. So I'm bringing Erin on tonight to relay the story that she told me earlier this week about her visit to the dermatologist. So you have to definitely give us some background, you know, how often you frequent the dermatologist, because that's a thing of itself, because I've never been. I'm terrified to go, and I probably should, although I want to hear your story first before I make any conclusions.
Yeah, so I have Irish skin, which freckles and is sensitive, and I've always burned and everything. So I've gone to the dermatologist for years, but I hadn't gone in a couple of years because those of you who go know that there are ones that are labeled cutters, and they were always trying to cut things off of me. And the last one I went to a few years ago, I really liked her, but she wanted to cut 9 spots off of me the first time that I saw her. So I told her to pick her favorite 3. And they were all fine. And every time I've had something cut off, it's always been fine. So I didn't go for a couple years, and then, but I know I needed to. And I had a spot that was kind of like, it was growing close to the base of my neck. So I found one who has more of my less is more views. And I went last August and we did a whole skin check. And it was, I think it might have even been the same week that I met Kate. So it was like right around the same time. So I hadn't started LifeWave at all, but this thing that I had on the back of my neck, I was putting frankincense on because in the past I had had precancerous spots like on my forehead, they would pop up and they always had this itchy feeling and they always looked the same. And I was always getting them frozen off. And then I tried using frankincense on them. And after a couple of weeks, that would make them disappear. Well, the frankincense wasn't working on this thing that I had. So that was my reason for going. The dermatologist was not worried about it, but she took tons of pictures of everything on my body. And she wasn't worried, but she didn't want me to wait another year to come back. She wanted me to come back in 6 months. So because the moles that she took pictures of were so dark, and because I had this concern about this one on the back of my neck that she wasn't concerned about. So that was in August. I stopped using frankincense because it wasn't working. And it got bigger and bigger. And Kate, you showed the pictures before.
I have some, I'm getting them right now. I'm downloading. I'm just trying to get it. So let me share. I just got to move them to the right folder so I can share them. This was the one where you have you've written on it, right? With the 3 that you divided up, right? Hold on, let me put it over here so I can get it, open it up, and then I will share that so people can see it while you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we go.
There it is. So in August, that August picture is when I went to her, and that one that I circled at the top, I hadn't even noticed. But after I was taking these pictures, I started to notice it. But the one on the bottom with the bigger circle, that's the one I was concerned about. So that was August when I went to see her. And then I stopped using frankincense, and I had not been using the patches regularly at all. So in October, you can see that the one at the bottom got bigger and the one at the top was getting bigger. Like they were both just, it wasn't looking good to me. October 15th, I started using X39 daily, like 5 days a week. And so in December, you can see that the one on the bottom is gone. It literally fell off. It scabbed and it fell off like a scab, and there's nothing left there. And then the one at the top, you can see how much lighter it is. Like it's crazy. So fast forward to last Monday, it had been 6 months since my August appointment. And I went to the dermatologist, and she's looking at the pictures that she took in August, and she's looking at my current skin, and she was confused. She did not know what to think. So she's looking at it and she's saying, "Oh, I think that my iPad might have made your moles darker, because I wanted you to come in because they were so dark, but they're not that dark. They don't appear to be that dark anymore. Maybe it was the lighting in the room. We were in the same room. Maybe it was the lighting in the room. Maybe that's why they appeared so dark." So then she's looking for the one that I had questions about, and she can't find it. It's not there. She's looking at her iPad. She's looking at my skin. And I'm looking at her. And she's like, "Maybe your skin was really just inflamed because it was August and it was the summertime and you'd been in the sun." And I'm just sitting there like, maybe, maybe, possibly. I wasn't going to open up the conversation about patches at that time, because Maybe it was because it was summertime. Maybe the lighting was different. Maybe her iPad did make them darker. I 99.9% don't think so. But at the end, she said, and it's the first time I've ever heard these words from a dermatologist, well, your skin looks great. She didn't want to cut anything off. There was nothing that she had concerns about after years and years and years, because I've gone since I was in my 20s and I'm 45. So they've always wanted to cut something off. So she said, come back in a year. And I thought, all right, I will. And I cannot wait, because in a year, I can't wait to see what my skin looks like. I assume I'll still be using X39 and all the patches and everything. I can't see myself stopping. So then she won't be able to blame it on the lighting and the iPad and the summertime, because it'll be the same exact timing. So,
Yep.
So yeah, I left thinking, well, that was a win.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great news.
That's great news.
And then next time I'll tell her about the patches.
You're gonna make her stew for a whole year. You're gonna stew for a whole year. I don't know if I could even do that. So what do we, so I'm going to share this picture again. So that was December. I mean, we're in March now.
Mhm.
So do you have any updated pictures of this one up here? How's that one looking? Better? Like,
I haven't even taken any pictures of them since, to be honest. I don't feel them. Like, I don't notice them. So I'll have to take another picture and see what's there. But like, even just looking at the pictures, my skin looks so much smoother, like even
yeah.
out, just even because in October, I wouldn't have been sunburnt, like that picture. It's not, it's just, that's what my skin looked like. And now my skin is just clearer and lighter and smoother, and my complexion is better.
And are you noticing that across the board with your skin and your complexion?
Nice. Yeah, my face, I feel I have some, I used to call them liver spots. I don't know if that's what it is, but those like darker spots. I don't know if that's what they're really called. I just always call them, but I have some of those that are still kind of there. But in general, my whole complexion is not as like blotchy. When I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror and I'm not like, ooh. I am also using on my face though, the Alavita nighttime serum and the daily moisturizer, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So I think they help my face also.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yes, I've noticed with mine that I've definitely, my skin has evened out. It's so smooth. And I mean, I just can't believe it. I had so many skin tags from the kids when they were born. On my neck, everything's just so much more smooth now. I love it. And I've also noticed that my wrinkles through here are totally different than they were when I first started. I mean, I still have them. They're not gone by any means, but I had them pretty significantly through here, the crow's feet, that everything kind of like bends up and goes up and around. And what I've noticed is I've still got some right here on my cheeks, but right here is much more smooth. And I'm like, man, so I have to take another 7 month, like my 7th, 8th, whatever month it is, but I have to update my 3 months. But I've noticed that across the board with my complexion, and I really would love to get to where I don't wear makeup, maybe just some mascara. But I'm not far from that.
Yeah, I noticed with my eyes also, especially like you said, like I still have them. I'm 45, like I'm still my age, but I have my laugh lines and all that stuff, but they're smoother and they're not as pronounced, and I don't look as tired. And I took my 3-month comparison, and there's a huge difference between my before and my 3 months. And now I'm at that point, because it's a decade or a month for every decade of your life, right?
For what?
That you're supposed to see the real, like, outwardly benefits of X39 is what the company says. So
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so that's what they say. So if I'm 45, then 4.5 months, I'm at that point where I should be seeing all of this, and I am seeing all this. So like my mom is doing she's 75. So she's said she's committed to the 7 months of using the X39 so that at the end of that 7 months, she can take a look and see like what has changed. So I'm at that point. So I've got to take that picture because I'm, like I said, I'm coming up on that 4.5 month point, which is the turning point. If I'm not seeing anything by that point, then, you know,
Yeah.
I'm doing something wrong.
Well, and I will say that I think there are definitely other factors that play. I think hydration is of utmost importance. It's also, you know, they talk about cycling, and I think that too is very important. So Megan had spoken to that before about your body becomes attenuated to it, just becomes used to making it. So you kind of level out. So you should take breaks from it. You know, if you can take every Sunday off, you know, take the weekend off every now and again. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be every single day, because you do want your body to stop so that when you put that patch back on, it goes, oh, come on, everybody, let's do this.
Yeah, I don't
I
wear
heard-
X39 on days that I don't go to work.
There you
So
go.
Saturdays, like weekends, or like, you know, we had off on Monday for President's Day. So I didn't wear it then. So every day I go to work, I put it on because it helps my memory. And then every day that I don't go to work, that's when I give my body a break.
Yes. So here's I'm going to show you my eyes that have. So the top picture is my original. And then the bottom picture is my, I don't know, recent. So I just see that there's less here. Like this is a little bit more smooth here. And I also noticed that my eyelids are different. Like the shape of the top of my eye has changed a bit from what it was here. And I don't know, that could be inflammation, that could be, you know, a multitude of things, but I feel like my wrinkles are not what they were when I started this. So, oh, unexpectedly quit. Okay. All right, unexpectedly quit. So yeah, that was one of I was trying to get up close because I always go, and this comes back to, and I'll say it too much. So you need to take before pictures. If you just started, take pictures now. If you started last month, take a picture now. It's never too late to take a picture of yourself up close, preferably no makeup, natural light, just in a nice setting so that you can have something to refer back to. And I often talk about my mom when I talk about this because, you know, my mom's healthy. She does the things she's supposed to, you know, she checks all her boxes. And after a few months, she's like, I don't know if this is working. And so we had taken before pictures. So we took an after and we compared them side by side. And I'm like, whew, you're crazy. If you don't think this is working, this is amazing. So I do think that, oh, hi.
Do you have that picture, the comparison?
I do. You want me to share that?
You can share that.
Share that. All right. Where are you?
But I think it's much easier if you have someone else take your picture. I cannot take a selfie that's decent. I don't know why.
I'm terrible at it too.
So the 3 months when I had your brother take, so he took a picture.
I think this was it.
It would be.
Yeah.
What is it?
You had the green top and the blue top, right?
No, I had green. No, they're both the same shirt. It was September, October, in November sometime.
Oh no, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. I have the other one. I have the one before that.
Ew, the 1 month one?
No, it was like 3 months.
Okay.
Well, I'll share it real quick and you tell me yay or nay. That one.
Oh, that's my 1 month.
Oh, that's your 1 month?
That's 1 month.
That's still a fantastic 1 month.
Yeah, I know, but I look so shitty with that picture. Get rid of that picture.
All right,
But
I'll
you're
stop
like- yeah.
sharing it.
But the skin is
Earmuffs.
yeah, the skin. No, I know you have it because I sent it to you and I took it and I did it 2 different ways. And one of my new pictures was bigger than the other one. So we were trying to get them exactly the same, you know, so the eyes line matched up. I know you have it.
Okay, I just don't know. I didn't put it in the right folder.
No.
Figures.
Okay.
November, you said it was? I can go back and look. Hey,
I
Megan, you
sent-
wanted what?
I can send it to you.
Yeah, sure. Text it to me, and then I can share it. Megan, did you want to give a quick give us some quick information about the muscle testing that you did this week? I know that stem cells don't move around the body well when there's inflammation, and oftentimes, you know, we've heard of this, and that could possibly be the reason that some people say that they don't see a difference. Maybe they have that extra inflammation that they need to get rid of first. But Megan did some muscle testing on people, on a client this week, and it kind of confirmed what we had heard about, and it was interesting. Did you want to talk about that at all, Meg?
I can share,
Yeah, that'd be great.
not to get into too much details of their
Yes.
background.
Yes.
But basically I muscle tested what patches to do because she's getting ready to join and she wants to patch. So where do you start? Generally, everybody says X39. Well, what was interesting, she does not start using X39 until day 41 of patching.
Oh, it was more than a month.
Yeah. So days 1 through 10 was Eon. Day 11 through day 20 was SP6. Then day 21, 22, and 23 were glutathione. Let's see here. Day 24 through day 30 was energy enhancer. And within that time frame, every other day while she was using those energy enhancers, it showed to use SP6. Day 31 through day 40 was just, no, I take that back. Day 24 through day 30 was energy enhancers. Day 31 through day 40 was doing energy enhancers and SP6. And then, like I said, day 41 through 45 was X39. 46 was SP6. 47 through 50 was X39 again. Then she had no patches for 2 days. And then the rest was back to X39, mixing it with X39 up until 60 days.
So I have to ask, because I'm sure people are curious as to, how did you come to this conclusion, Megan? You have a very detailed prognosis of, not prognosis, but a very detailed path that you're recommending for her to patch. How did you come to that conclusion for her specifically?
Well, for those who don't know, yes, I am very intuitive. But I used the basic muscle testing and sat there and tuned into her energy and asked what patches she needed to use and how many days and exactly where to put them. So that's generally what I have been doing with those who are interested in patching that I talk to help them out and guide them so they have success. Because had we just done X39,
Yeah.
I don't think she would have seen the results that she was looking for. With obviously, she's got a lot of inflammation going on in her body.
Uh-huh.
And let's see, glutathione, she's got a detox, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Question, is she your first one that's really come out pretty clearly, blatantly clear that to hold off on the X39?
I'm trying to think. I think I've had a couple that you have to start off on with Eon first.
Mm-hmm.
And then do X39. I had a gentleman come in this week. He was complaining that his knee hurt. And generally with the rule, you know, what you talk about is, okay, X39 on the back of the neck or
Yeah.
Eon on the back of the neck, see what happens.
Yeah.
I was actually guided to put Eon on his knee,
Mm.
right where the side of his pain was. And I waited a few minutes and I asked him, I said, how do you feel? He goes, holy shit, this can't be right. No
Earmuffs.
way. He was moving his leg and he got up and walked around and he ended up buying X39 because then it showed that he needed to wear Eon for 3 days and then switch it to X39. So he got like 2 weeks worth. I, again, came up with a protocol where to put them for 2 weeks.
Nice,
So that's what I do.
nice.
I have a question. So how long, and I know everyone's different, but for like Eon and glutathione, I know glutathione, it says that it increases the glutathione by like 300%, which within the first few days. How long does that last? Like, do we know how long that for Eon that the production of the SOD lasts and the production of these antioxidants? How long will it last as far as, is it 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours? I don't know if my question is coming across clear.
No, so I hear kind of, so how stem cells, right? So we make it for the 12 hours and then we use it for the next 12 hours is what they say. So that you go to make more the next day and the next 12 hours. So if you do the same thing with the glutathione, how long does that glutathione last, right?
Yeah.
In your body?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. Megan, do you know?
No, but I would guess, especially like with Eon, to keep inflammation down.
Yeah.
So once you get your inflammation down, you could probably tell your body, when it's inflamed, but what are the triggers of that inflammation? It could be diet, the certain foods that you eat, or the stress that you're under.
Or how much you have to detox, I guess, with glutathione, whatever's going on in your body.
With anything, like with age, generally our bodies can stay at that homeostasis until what happens? Stress, trauma.
Brain imbalance.
That's what I would think. But I bet you Kate will find the correct answer this week.
Yes, I will look at that. I will seek that out for you.
I've been specifically thinking about like the toxins that are in the air right now because of the toxic spill. Like it's in the air, it's in the water, it's on all this stuff, and people are trying to keep these toxins out of their body. So do we have to use it more often now? That kind of thing, depending on how close.
Interesting. We did talk about that. So I saw a gentleman talking about that, a doctor out somewhere talking about if you live in these areas, like you're exposed, period. That's it. That's what it is. Because, and really the only fight you have for it would be what, NAC or glutathione. So NAC is the precursor to glutathione.
And SOD.
So I think you were saying that you were like, oh, they said that you need to start on a certain supplement to help you from that. I'm like, oh, I know the answer.
Yeah.
I know the answer to that. It's glutathione. So what I do know about glutathione offhand to add to it is that the people that have lived the longest in this world on Earth, the 100 and however many of years, they had the highest levels of glutathione, and that those with low levels of glutathione, they have their body tends to present with disease and pretty severe diseases such as like Parkinson's and that kind of thing. So people with low glutathiones tend to not fare as well as those with higher levels of glutathione. We have a Jeannie here that has a question up. Go ahead.
Hi, how I'm pretty new to patching. And my one question so far is, if the patches activate your stem cells, are there any such thing as defective stem cells?
I would say, well, defective is your cells are they're like injured. So with doing stem cells, it's making new cells that have not been damaged.
Okay, so after the new cells get activated, that's when they get, into unhealthy activity.
Well, that's when they're going to go in and replace cells that are defective and that need help. So the stem cells are going to go to wherever in the body they're called to. And basically inflammation is what calls them. So, you have the Eon that manages inflammation. It reduces it and manages it. It doesn't remove it completely, because in those areas that you need help and you need those stem cells to go to, you still need to have a little inflammation to call those stem cells to that location. So, David had talked about that quite a few times in his Eon and X39 webinar. So it manages the inflammation so that those brand new cells that you just, spent the daytime 12 hours creating can then go to those specific locations that your body calls to them at night when you sleep, because we heal the best when we sleep.
And I actually just read an article about that. Your particular question. And the article was about stem cells being injected into your body, not the ones that you are regenerating in your body. So what the article was saying was, if they take out stem cells and then they put the stem cells back into your body, which is the traditional way of using, making new stem cells, the ones that they take out, if there are any defects in those stem cells that they took out and then they're putting back in, then that can cause a problem because they are regenerating bad stem cells. Where what I understand from X39 is you are creating and regenerating new stem cells, and it's not going to regenerate the ones that are defective. It's going to heal those. It's only regenerating the ones that are healthy. Do I have that right for X39?
That answer was very clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's the injections that could be the problem.
Okay, that makes sense.
From what I read.
Okay.
I'm not a doctor.
Well, and they said, I do remember that even from the stem cell injections they offered on my knee, that there was only a certain percentage of it, because they take all the stem cells. It doesn't matter if they were good, if they were bad, if they were whatever, they just take whatever they can get from you. And so, as we age and those stem cells, we stop producing those stem cells. It depends on what age they're drawing the blood from you to get your stem cells to inject them back in, how good and how the quality of those stem cells that they're putting back in your knee. Also depends on the age of when you're drawing it and doing it and having that done on yourself. If they're not, made in the lab and, injected in other ways. But this X39 is by far the most inexpensive way for us to have our body generate stem cells without the extra injection of them.
And it seems to be the safest, to be honest.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I'm pretty impressed with what I've been feeling. I've been using them end of December, January, February. I'm extremely impressed from what I see.
Excellent. So what do you think the biggest change is that you've noticed, and the thing that you've benefited the most from the patches?
Clearer thinking. I've been using the Nirvana for attitude. Yeah, I've got a better attitude. Yeah, the whole package. I've been experimenting with a little bit of everything, and I love the energy. The sleep is, I'm not tossing and turning at nighttime anymore. I am so excited about, all of these.
Do you have a favorite?
All of them.
That's cheating.
My favorite would probably be X39, the energy, and the Nirvana.
Erin, what are your favorites? Or your favorite?
Oh, that's a loaded question. It depends on what's happening that day.
It is a loaded question, sorry.
It could be Eon if I'm getting a migraine, which I have mine behind my ear right now because I was getting one today because it's been a stressful week. Friday, Nirvana was my favorite. When I'm teaching, X39 because of the clarity of thought, and I don't forget, I was forgetting just simple vocabulary before. And my first graders were having to help me remember words. I mean, it was bad. And now that's not happening anymore. I'm very clear on everything. So it depends on what the situation is and what's going on that day.
Megan? Question to you, what's your favorite?
I can't say just one.
Okay.
I have not used glutathione or carnosine.
Really?
Yeah, my body tells me I don't need glutathione or carnosine, so I must have my own production.
Mhm.
I haven't used Nirvana or Silent Nights, and I just started using Energy Enhancer. So really it's Eon, SP6, X39, and X49.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can't even say that which one, because I haven't used them all.
Okay.
Oh, Ice Wave.
Ice Wave.
A lot, you're not a fan of Ice Wave. I do enjoy Ice
Yeah.
Wave. It has many benefits I find for my body.
Well, I don't have pain like that. You know what I mean? Like, so my pain was in my knees, and the X39 nipped that.
Mhm.
I'm going to say that my favorite, I'm going to go to a whole protocol for mine, because I think people talk about when you put they first put the patch on. My mom had it happen. I was so jealous. First put the patch on and you get like these tingles, and I'm like, I was so jealous. I didn't get any tingles. I've got tingles now, and I can make them happen. So I put, for those that don't know, I have terrible knees, arthritic knees. They recommended the stem cells, Jeannie, like you're talking about. They recommended that for my knees, not covered by insurance, and thousands of dollars, out of pocket, whatever. So back in the spring, I couldn't even pedal a bike. So here I am now at PT. I'm doing squats without a problem. I'm doing squats with my own weight. They have that total gym where you like lay on it and you use your body weight, and you can go up and down and do your squats with your knees. I am just crushing it at PT right now. A little setback a couple weeks ago. I had a little tweak in the knee, but what I've been doing is I do carnosine on so if I'm talking about my right knee, I do carnosine on the upper outside part of my right knee, where that top tendon comes in on the outside. And then I put Eon on the knee eye, on the inside of the knee eye. And then right after I do that, I start getting, it feels like I've just been connected to a stim machine, that sends those signals back and forth to, and kind of electrocutes you. And that's what it not in an electrocution, painful sort of way, but it feels really cool. And then once I get the glutathione on, what happens is it's like, I get this like swirling. It's not pain, it's not stim anymore, it's nothing like that, but it's like this swirl. It's almost like a swirl. I can feel it under the skin moving, and then the pressure builds. Still no pain, and then it dissipates. So it's so cool to kind of force that to happen, so to speak, using the patches, because my knees are just so lovely that I can kind of make that happen. I only use that protocol maybe 3 times a week. I don't do it all the time, because I'll wear it for a full 24 hours when I put it on. But I would say, so for me, it's the YH system, or my favorite.
Kate, I felt the tingles for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, which patch?
The stim machine, that's a great comparison. Glutathione, I woke up with like a tickle in my throat, like I was coughing, and it was just a dry tickle. So I put glutathione right under the clavicle, and I immediately felt it, like, and when you first feel it, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And it started just like tingling out in all directions, and then it stopped. And I did not have a tickle in my throat anymore. My throat was not sore. It happened within 30 seconds, if that, and my throat was fine. And so that was very interesting. And I told Adam, and he's like, I wouldn't believe it if you weren't my wife. It's just amazing. So I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So if you've never experienced this whole stim machine, it's where you take these little pads and you connect them to yourself, and then you take those.
It's called a TENS machine.
TENS. Thanks, Mom.
It's a TENS machine.
Yeah, TENS machine. That's right. Get a couple of them around here and around the house, but
the chiropractor always did that to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's neat, because you hook it up, and then you can turn the volume, turn the intensity up and down, and make it like stingle and kind of like little electrical things for you. But Mom, I have your picture. Let me share it. The one you just texted me. Sure. Where did it go? Share screen. So here you go. How many months was this, Mom?
3.
3.
3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Check out that neck.
Awesome. what we like to call skin remodeling, going right along with our topic tonight, because not only will it, X39, not only will it help even things out, but it remodels the skin. Yeah, that's impressive, Mom.
Very nice.
You'll have to come visit, take a 7 or 8 month picture.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Actually,
your neck is totally different.
It's sometimes it depends. Obviously the lighting there affects things too, but
Yeah.
there's definitely a difference in the skin, but I'm also use the Aloe Vera. I
Yes.
use that. Yeah. I love the creams in that too. That's really good. And every now and then I throw on the patches with it. So I'm open.
I like the patches with it. I wear them almost every night when I remember. That, and I've been starting to use Eon at night behind my ear to sleep. I do not have a problem sleeping anymore. If I could just get my kids to sleep, it'd be great.
So Eon, I still don't have the sleep I would like. So mine depends on what's going on in my life, how well it works.
Well, why don't you try an Eon behind your ear, your right ear?
Yeah. Yeah, because certain ones I really haven't found effective at all. So
Thought we were gonna have a visitor here soon. So, Jeannie, did you have another question?
No, I'm just taking it all in, learning.
Oh yeah.
I want to know how she gets that cute little yellow hand up in the
Yeah,
air.
that's the raised hand one. I was gonna lower her hand in case she had. So, Mom, if you,
It's adorable. And I'm thinking, I don't know how she did that. Of course, I don't know any of this stuff. So it's a cute little hand.
the proper way is to click the button. It's like a 3-dotter, and it gives you options.
Read
And
out.
there's a 3-dotter, and there's options, and I think you can say raise your hand.
Okay, that's a different. There's 2 3-dotters. I'm just so you know that. Oh, look at that. Raise your hand. How cute.
Go ahead. You want to raise your hand, Mom? The teacher.
No, I'll do this.
Oh, you guys are great. I love it.
Learn something.
Oh, this is great. So I just wanted to give you one last thing before we go. Where did it go? I was updating a little bit more on Learn to Patch, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I added here, we have the videos to share for people that don't know a lot about X39, that you can share these. It's the launch. If you haven't seen the launch video, it's just really cool to watch because it talks about, the initial in 2018, I think it was. We break down what stem cells are, your different alternatives to surgeries, how we can make more. And so this is a great site to send people because everything on the site is just going to say, please contact the person that shared this site with you. The patch benefits, the video testimonials. If you haven't seen them yet, the Iron Man one's really great to watch. Very inspirational. And then the other ones are all, they're people, they're real people giving LifeWave testimonials and how their lives have been changed. Also, it just breaks down every patch. Now, I don't have the links that you click on anymore because that was really slowing the site down. But I don't think that you need them because it tells you what they are, what they can do. And if they've ordered them, it comes with a sleeve on where to patch them. And now what I can tell you is from experience, from Grammy, is that it does not matter where you put the patches. At the bottom, we have strategy protocols, different protocols that you can click through on different things that, we've discovered as a team. I've used that you can share with everybody, the brain balancing's in there. So this is what Grammy's taught me, is that it doesn't matter. Oh, this is terrible with the thing. It doesn't matter where you put your patches because she can only reach here and here. And that's it. It's not where you're supposed to wear them. And her eyes are getting better. She can see better. This is what she saw for 55 years. And now this is how she sees out of her right eye. It's really amazing to go up and see her because she she just looks just so much more chipper, so much more, I don't know, younger. She looked younger. Flat out, she looked younger. She's acting younger too. So yeah, so feel free to share that Learn to Patch website. Does anyone have any more questions or any comments from this past week? Anything you'd like me to hunt down and search out for you? No? So the really cool thing I heard this week was that patches are advanced signaling devices. Advanced signaling devices, which is that's simply what they are. Signaling the body to do something specific. That's all. Pretty easy way to explain it to people. Erin, not only do you have patches, clearly, but you also have done some doTERRA stuff, and you have given me some cool tidbits and tricks and voodoo oils for the kids, which I have to get some more of that cough from you, because maybe some allergy, something, I don't know. There's something going on with Everett, and we've gone through the salad dressing. Or Italian dressing, whatever it is, got that oregano in it. Kid, you can't sleep near me. This is too much.
He loves it.
But yeah, if you're looking for any help and guidance with any kind of doTERRA stuff, I know that Erin does a lot with that, in addition to the patches.
Well, even today I used oils and patches in combo because my son overextended his elbow. So put an ice pack on it. It wasn't like swollen or anything, but I put an ice pack on it, and then I put helichrysum on it because that helps to heal connective tissue. And that's an essential oil. And then I put carnosine on it. So he has been using those today. And I think the carnosine did more than the helichrysum, but I'm going to keep doing both because I know they're probably both working together now. So it's good to use both of them together, in my opinion.
Sure.
Just hit it from all angles.
Sure, why not? Well, that's what you were doing with the frankincense in your spots. Are you doing frankincense anymore on any spots, or you just?
No, because it wasn't working on that one. It has to be a particular, because frankincense is known for skin health, and it helps with its studies have shown that it helps with skin cancer and blood cancer. So I was using it for my spots that I knew that the doctors were going to say were precancerous, just on my face, and it was helping with that. It's the king of oils, so it's useful for so many things. But if it's a spot that it's not working on within a couple of days, I know that it's not precancerous, and then I can move on to something else.
Interesting.
I
learned so much tonight. This is great. All right. If you missed the brain balancing protocol from last week, it is on the website. It's on the Patching Partners on YouTube. Go and check it out. Learn how to balance your brain. Erin's already got one step up on us, wearing the one behind her ear right here on TW 17. I think that's what that one is. That spot right there. Yeah, this was great. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming and sharing your story. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Anyone else have any questions? Other than that, we're going to wrap up tonight and get this week going.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, thank you. We'll see you all next Sunday, and I will bring you more information about carnosine specifically. I had a questionnaire up in the group asking people about, which patches do you want to know more about? And so carnosine seems to be the one right now that people want to know more about. So next week I will bring you more about carnosine, and we will have a great chat next Sunday. So have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.